Ooh. Damn. Hey everyone, welcome to Elevate Your Power Level, where we analyze the artwork and life lessons from anime. I'm Coach Donnie, and I'm a former animator and art teacher, and current volleyball coach and player. Last episode was probably one of my favorite emotional ones because Sawamura finally got broken down, and he didn't have to experience it by losing a big game, which is a good way to get broken, but definitely the most painful. Instead, he got to witness one of the best players on the team still work hard even after injury, and for him to feel so guilty about making all these assumptions about Chris. And then on top of that, for Chris not to correct him, because honestly, Sawamura should show him respect just because Chris is taking the time to help him and mentor him. And that should be enough for Sawamura to want to be grateful and to want to learn. But Sawamura's pride is just too big, and it's finally broken. And now he's ready to receive and learn from Chris. Get 30 days early access to my new Demon Slayer episodes by joining our Ultra Instinct channel memberships. And make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss my reaction videos. And let's get this pitching party started. With chagrin in his heart. What the heck is chagrin? Ooh, what's in that plate? Mixed vegetables and a sweet tofu skin with rice and karaage green onions and a giant bowl of white rice. And they did such a good job creating the texture of the white rice. When you're drawing something, textures are really important, and you don't need to draw every single grain of rice, because when you're looking at something, you can really only see detail of what you fully focus on. Everything else is actually a little bit blurry in your peripheral. That's what they're trying to do when they're having a bowl of rice. Even though your eye can actually see every grain of rice, it doesn't need to see each individual grain to know that it's a bowl of rice. So you actually draw the shape of what the mound of rice will look like, and then just sprinkle with a few actual grains and shadows to kind of hint at the texture. Ooh, Chris. Oh, okay. This is Sawamura trying to help him out. It's gross. Oh, so now he's really trying to kiss up to Chris because he feels bad. Walking right past him. Ooh, I would like a backwash. Chris always has that meditative closed eye state. A third scroll. Of course he did. Twice a week. Interchangeably, okay. So at least he's telling him to actually work out properly. You don't want to just do both scrolls 8 times a day, but alternating workouts is always a great strategy. Give one movement rest while you work on another movement. Here we go. It's not just about aimlessly working hard. I'm actually surprised that in the Japanese sports anime that they're prescribing rest, because I feel like every other anime, whether it's a sports anime, a hero training journey, you have these characters that are just training forever. And mindset wise, I think that's a good concept because you do want to work hard towards your goal. But the power of strategic rest, that really is the key, because your body doesn't grow until you give it time to mentally process and like soak in everything you train for, and also allowing your muscles, tendons, and bones and nervous system to recover from all the damage that you put it through. Ooh, calling him a pest. What is he doing? Sitting in a desk, he's studying. Ooh, we got all those different pitches: force play, knuckleball, slider, strike zone. Now he is ready to learn and improve. Oh, even studying the history, that's great. Appreciate the lineage of baseball. I was gonna say, that doesn't look like Sawamura's pitch. These guys must be scouts, if they're in suits. That sound of the smack sounds so cool. Yeah, it's like an atomic bomb every time he catches it. Running is a good way to train baseball if you use it in doses to train your aerobic capacity. And you actually do have to run around bases and to run the outfield and actually to jog from the dugout to the field. It seems small, but very possible to get injured in any of those moments. And a lot of times we get injured when we do movements that we don't train for. And even though a pitcher doesn't really jog, your work capacity, which means your ability to withstand physical activity for a long period of time, that's really important to upkeep. But I just don't recommend running all the time. And that's a good catcher to manage his pitchers, especially as an upperclassman, saying don't overthrow. Now he's actually going to study and support his teammates. Boru! Oh, a little bit of hesitation. That's some good insight, the pitcher being the eyes. Sometimes it's easy to forget how much teamwork there is in baseball. At least for the better teams versus just individual pitchers and individual batters and catchers and so on. That's a good upperclassman to keep their underclassmen in check that are acting unruly or a little too prideful. Communication. This must be his dad. Oh, is that the catcher? Working on his swing? His left-handed swing. Despite how dumb he is, that's hilarious. Opening the soda after saying that powerful statement. Admitting that I'm not mature enough to know how to deal with this crazy animal. Pointora. Calling him the first string catcher. Kurisu. He's got aura. Oh, now we finally get to see the true emotion behind Chris's frustration. He needs to do more than just single arm rows. Maybe some external rotation, internal rotation. So there's a lot more he could do in the rehab. Oh, he does take the towel that he served him. Oh, he's finally going to catch a pitch now. Wait, did I miss something? What was up with this reaction? I'll play catch with you for a bit, so go warm up. Oh, he's used to him saying no and rejecting him. There you go. Okay, this is how you improve the shoulder. You have your deltoid muscles, which are the big ones that kind of help raise your shoulder, go overhead and up. And you have the rotator cuff exercise that actually help you withstand some of the rotational forces, which is almost all pitching. So here he's doing a banded exercise for internal rotation, and that's for the actual concentric portion, which is the actual throwing portion. But you actually also need to work out the external rotators to withstand like the force of the ball and also when you're loading your shoulder. You can even hear the stretch of the band too. Stretch. Now he's ready to throw. I bet you this moment's going to happen in a game, and the fact that Chris is trying to prepare him for a pressure moment in practice, that's a good coach. Total meathead. I'm just going to fastball down the middle. So it has already happened to him. Let's see if he comes up with another solution other than just throwing fast down the middle. That'd be hilarious if he's like this and then it actually hits him in the face and they end their session there. He actually threw it at the mitt. Home run. Aha. Gosh, Chris remembers everything. Throwing an unpredictable ball. Oh, I don't know. It's one of the best things a prideful person can say when they can finally admit that I don't have the answers, I don't have the abilities, or I don't have the information. That's when you're really ready to start learning and adapting new skills. So the fact that Chris was able to lead him on this mental journey, ask him questions, create a scenario, and say, you can't just be a meathead. You have to think through things. Haha. Dang, that was an invaluable lesson. They don't need to throw anymore. His homework is to find out what's his signature pitch. Oh, someone ate his pudding. Dang, man, they are just grilling him. Oh man, that guy reacted so fast. You send a lot of balls flying, that's not a good quality as a pitcher. Oh, that's so cute. He's asking all of his teammates what his distinctive quality is. 18. I actually don't know enough about baseball to know if 18's a lot or small. Oh, okay. 2 open spots. We'll see if Sawamura can figure out his pitch before then. He just announces everything that he wants. And Furuya is thinking what I'm thinking. I want that crab omelet too. I love that explosion white line animation. It's a very soft white line, so you can't see like the hard edge black lines usually used to draw motion. It's like you feel the sound wave from the bat versus seeing it. Such good sound too. Whoever the sound engineer did such a good job. A full second string. Even the catcher is impressed. Control. Wait, he's not known for his control though. Watch, he's gonna throw a crazy ball somewhere he doesn't want. He's like, I was trying. Yeah, he sucks. Let's see if Chris can give him some coaching. Man. I wonder if he's causing just a lot of base hits or is he causing fouls? Oof. Another base hit. Public school versus private school. I feel like Chris is just waiting to say something. The first baseman was about to beat him up. The sad part is that for once, Sawamura is actually trying to do something to benefit the team, and even though it's not working right now, which is very normal, every time you try to change something, things are going to feel a little awkward and you're not going to play your best because you're not used to it. He's getting punished for it socially, and that's tough. Like, that's really a tough journey to take as someone who's trying to improve. Because on the flip side, if his intent is exactly the same, which is I'm going to try to throw what's going to be beneficial for the team, which is what the pitcher thinks I should throw, and he actually gets strikes, people's reaction would be so different, even though that the intent is exactly the same, where he's trying to still pitch to benefit the team. Damn, his whole team telling him to go to the dugout. Oh, damn. That sucks. No one is asking, like, what are you trying to do? Join our channel memberships and be part of an exclusive interactive community where you'll receive early access to all my reaction videos 5 days before they get released to the public, behind the scenes content, members only polls, monthly watch parties, and uncensored reaction videos with 100% opacity and original audio for an extra level of enjoyment. You'll also receive exclusive loyalty badges and emojis just for members. So click that join button below to enjoy your members only perks today. Okay, so he was trying to throw to the mitt. Just gotta put a little more heat on it.
言っただろう。お前は古谷とも丹波とも違うと。だったら、俺の持ち味って何なんだよ。今日の敗北を。
So this is the journey he has to take.
そうすれば、お前はもっと上に行ける。
You gotta take in your failures and let it fuel you to be better.
これら二つはそう簡単に身につくものじゃない。だが、今は焦らず土台を作ることに専念できれば、お前の持ち味は必ず生きてくるはずだ。
Yes, the first words of encouragement from Chris. Is it Furuya time? Yes, it is. And the electric guitar time, too. I like how his build is like just a little bit long and lanky. Sawamura is a little bit smaller, so he can't generate nearly as much natural power. He's still looking at his hand like, am I really doing this? Oh? Oh! Bleeding fingernail. Maybe the fingernail came off because now he's actually be able to throw full force because someone can catch it. Licking the blood, that's totally what I would do too. And then tape it up. Oh, what a good catcher. Yes, I am always ready. That's a respectful way to say, give me a chance. Yeesh. I love it. Even though he failed before, you still gotta fight back and earn your opportunities. Oh, 2 weeks. You gotta reward that. Ooh, the change up. Tanba-san. The pressure is what forcing him to be better. Yes. Butt out. I hope they go into detail about how to actually take care of your fingernails. More tire running. Come on, Sawamura, you gotta do some upper body training. That's for him to explore. Furuya is just saying something that people say, not because he means it. That's what the bad taste is all about, is motivation. I have a short volleyball coaching story to tell. I had this one very talented middle on my volleyball team. She was only a second year in high school, and in America we have 4 years. First year on varsity, unstoppable. She was hitting to the right, and we were up by a lot, and so I wanted her to work on learning how to hit to her left. But a lot of great athletes, if they're physically dominant and aren't being pushed to be better, they will only work on their favorite move. Even though no one was stopping her, I knew that she needed to learn how to turn left, because 2 months later when we get into playoffs, we needed her to be able to hit both directions, because they're going to be better blockers and defenders on the other side when you get to that playoff level. And after like my 4th or 5th time telling her to turn left, not because it wasn't working, but because I needed her to work on it, and I told her, I'm not going to take you out of the game if you turn left and hit out. Make as many mistakes as you need, because we got a big lead and I want you to practice that in game. And she wouldn't do it because she loved her favorite hit. So I subbed her out, even though she had no errors, but because she was unwilling to work on what was going to make her better. And I gave her the opportunity. And so once I subbed her out and I benched her for the whole game, guess what she did the next game? She finally started working on the left. And whether she hit in or out at that moment of her career, I kept her in there because I knew what she was trying to work on. But subbing someone out, is that bad taste in the mouth is how you motivate your greatest competitors. Ooh. I like it. The 2 first years motivating each other. Kageyama and Hinata. Tire on the waist too. Okay, there is a moon. Finally, the moon shows up. That's hilarious. This might be one of my favorite episodes so far. A really great emotional journey for both Sawamura and Furuya. Both of them getting their opportunity and both of them failing at their first opportunity. And that's really important. You need to fail big when you're an underclassman, because that's the only way to be motivated. So great job by the coaching staff to really know how to motivate these great competitors, but also make those big mistakes when you're young, because the losses aren't as big as when you're young. You're probably not going to lose a big championship game. You got subbed out early, so there's still 7 innings left for someone to kind of pick up the slack. The worst time to experiment and fail big is in your senior year championship match. You want to get all your mistakes out of your system in the first 2 years. And I love the bond that Furuya and Sawamura are starting to form.